Hey guys, Arpim here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you are all having a wonderful holiday. This video, I want to talk to you guys about the FluMiner L1. I have it remotely connected right now to my F2 Pool account, and it has been mining for more than a day. So I just wanted to give you guys some information about this new Dogecoin miner, or well, Litecoin, and it merge mines Dogecoin and a bunch of other coins, but also wanted to compare this new miner against other Dogecoin ASIC miners that are released recently, as there have been a few for some of you that have been following, and we're just going to compare that to, maybe the Elphapex DG Home 1 and maybe the FluMiner D1 Mini that was also just announced, but mainly the FluMiner L1, which is going to be shipping out pretty soon. And I want to just go through that in this video, talk about this new unit here, which aslminer.com is going to send me one of these things, okay? So we're going to talk about the pricing and all that stuff, okay? So let's begin first with the actual hash rate of this FluMiner L1 over the past 24 hours, which advertised this miner is supposed to do 5.3 gigahash at 1200 watts. That is quite efficient, 0.23 joules per megahash, and the first batch will be shipping out January 2025, so pretty much next month as of recording this video, end of December. And currently, the daily profitability of this, which as we know, cryptocurrency is quite volatile, and most of the profitability is going to be coming from Dogecoin. So understand the risks before you are going to be buying these types of miners, okay? But I'll explain that as we go along. So the current daily profitability of this thing is $13.63. And if you had 10-cent kilowatt hour, this thing would earn about $10.83 after your electrical costs. So just to show you here, the FluMiner L1 is connected to my F2 Pool account over the past day here for more than a day now, okay? And it has averaged about 5.24 gigahash for the 24-hour hash rate, okay? So it looks like there's a 1.18% rejected here on F2 Pool. So I'm hoping down the road FluMiner may have some firmware update to help with the rejected numbers there. Probably some nonce issue, or F2 Pool on their side have to fix an issue. We'll see. We've seen that happen in the past with many other miners out there. But here it is connected, okay? So now I want to just show you guys here, ASL Miner, they have a YouTube channel, and also they did an unboxing of the FluMiner. I will be getting one here shortly from them, okay? So I just wanted to just show you guys what it looks like. Very similar to, I'd say, like a Jazz Miner box, or the Elphapex DG Home 1. Okay, and here's the web GUI of the FluMiner L1. Okay, as you guys can see here, it doesn't look quite polished, and I don't know if they have a English web GUI there. It looks like it's all in Chinese, but it shows that it's pulling about 1235 watts, 1235 watts. So advertised about 1200, so plus or minus 3 or 5%. So look at that. Okay, web GUI says 1154 there. Only shows about an hour and 35 minutes up in their video here. Okay, but I just want to look at also the front. Okay, looks like they have like a little screen there. All right, and just to see here, is that screen functional? Yes, it is. Now, I don't know what it says on that screen there, but it looks like it has some indicator lights here, and also, I'm assuming, the reset button and maybe the IP report button. But then the back, this is where I wanted to see. So it looks like the power supply here. So judging by the power plug there, that looks like a C19. So the power requirement being about 1200 watts, that could theoretically run on a 15 amp circuit. Now, personally, would I run this on a 120 volt circuit 24/7, 365? I would make sure you have the right cable, okay? So like a thick, like 14 gauge cable, you gotta make sure you have the thickness here, like one of these here, okay? 15 amp, 125 volt, power rated cable here, like the one from infinitecables.com. I hope that they come with one, okay? It looks like there's also obviously Wi-Fi, Ethernet on the back as well, just looking at it. But yeah, pretty typical from other ASIC miners that we've seen in the past that you guys have seen. So, okay, looks like they got the FluMiner logo there. Looks like I don't think it shows any hash rate or anything. So maybe, I don't know, they're going to have some firmware update or something out from that, but it looks like there is no like hash rate or anything on that. So I'm not quite sure why they have a screen there, unless that's just a badge of some sort. But no, that looks like a screen for sure. So let's take a look at the competitors now, okay? The FluMiner L1. All right, so this one we found out maybe like a month or two back. It's a company I've never heard of, FluMiner, okay? And so whether or not this thing is going to be reliable, I don't know, but it is efficient. So I'm assuming just like the Bitmain L9, which I believe they're on the 5 nanometer or 7 nanometer process for their chips. If FluMiner is basically almost getting the same efficiency, right? The Bitmain L9 is a 0.21 in efficiency, but if the FluMiner L1 gets 0.22, I'm going to assume the technology and the chip manufacturing is going to be the same nanometer process. But then look, we also have competitors. Volkminer. Volkminer is another company that was just, recently announced, and they announced their D1, their big boy 17 gigahash model, 3,900 watts, but that does a 0.22, 0.23 in efficiency. And so that also begs the question, is Volkminer also using the same chips as the L9? But they also announced their Volkminer D1 Mini, which is for January batch, their smaller home style miner, which does 2.2 gigahash at about 500 watts. Pretty much the same efficiency as the FluMiner L1 here, but I think in a much smaller form factor. I don't have a picture here of it, but I think it looks like a gold shell, like mini Doge 3, mini Doge 3 Plus, which I personally wouldn't buy these anymore. But if you can find a good deal and you're someone who lives in a condo and, these things only pull like a couple hundred watts, which is great for 120 volt power, condo mining, free power mining, but then all to you. But the efficiency for me here, and personally, I'm a bigger scale miner, I would rather get the new technology, which is pretty much double the efficiency against the FluMiner L1 at 0.22 versus 0.48 of the gold shell miner. So these are much more efficient miners, okay? And I forgot to mention this Rabbit R8. Now, I don't know if Rabbit is going to have like a mini miner as well, but since we have FluMiner here, Volkminer, now Rabbit, and of course Elphapex. Okay, Elphapex was more notorious over this past year that has come out with the Dogecoin, Litecoin, merge mining Dogecoin miners, and they have variants of the big boy ones and the small ones, and like their home DG Home 1, which I have to say is pretty nice. It's really quiet, but the efficiency is a little bit worse at 0.29. So you may see here the prices of all the different miners I have here, which I'll have a link down below to my spreadsheet for all the different miners here. You guys can take a look. These prices I have are on these, are ever changing, so take these with a grain of salt. But just looking at like the dollar per megahash, dollar per gigahash on these things, it seems like currently the Volkminer D1 and the Rabbit R8 are pretty good in pricing. But as you go down, like the home style miners, like the FluMiner here, I'm assuming it's going to be quiet. Don't quote me on that, but I'll let you guys know once I get it. The pricing isn't as competitive against like getting like a bigger boy miner, which you can obviously get a lot more hash rate. But then again, you're going to need a lot more power infrastructure to run something like, the Volkminer D1, the Bitmain L9, the Rabbit R8, all these big boy miners. You're going to need a lot more power. So the value proposition, I'd say, for a lot of home miners is going to be like the FluMiner L1, the Volkminer D1 Mini, these Elphapex DG Home 1, the quiet ones, which you don't mind having these things at home because it's quiet. They can run on 120 volts, and they also provide heat around your house. That's pretty much like the biggest selling factor for a lot of these things. So if you're like a big scale miner, I don't think you're not going to be looking into buying these unless you want a heater in your living room, a quiet heater that makes, mines Dogecoin. But if you're someone who's, free power, or you don't have a lot of money, you're probably going to be looking at these types of miners, the FluMiner L1. And so where can you buy the FluMiner L1? Well, aslminer.com, they are the official distributor for the FluMiner L1. So if we actually look here, okay, they actually have different batches for this one. So if we're looking at January batch, it's now $48.99. Okay, as we go down, March batch, they have $37.99. Going down, April, $30.99, $3,099. May batch, $27.49. So where we are in the market right now, I can't really predict saying, markets are going to keep going up. I hope so. It seems like 2025 is going to be quite a bullish year. Then this miner could bode well. But I think if you have decently low electrical cost or even free, this FluMiner L1 is going to do well for you, I think, in the long term and beyond. Okay, so I don't see any issues here. But also just looking at miningnow.com, looking at how, the profitability of these miners fluctuate all the time, right? So just understand, right, the markets, and depending on your, crypto mining strategy, if you're mining and holding, or if you're doing it for the daily profit, you're selling every day, whatever situation you're in, I think these are going to do well going into 2025. But the prices of these Dogecoin miners have definitely been going up, okay? Like double. Like the L9, maybe like a couple months back was maybe $7,000. So the L9 has gone up double, you know? But FluMiner, VolkMiner, Rabbit, you know, Elphapex DG Home on these miners, you know, just came out, were basically just announced, you know, over the past couple months. So just understand your cost basis into these miners are now higher than what they were before during the lower times when Bitcoin was like, you know, 50, 60K. Right now we're almost 100K. As of recording this video, the market did dip a bit, but you understand what I mean. Dogecoin has pumped a lot. Altcoins have also been pumping. So whether or not this is going to be a good buy now remains to be seen. So link down below if you guys are interested. Let me know if you guys are going to get one of these things, okay? But otherwise, I will have a video of receiving one of these from aslminer.com, and I will do an unboxing video and showcase and testing for this for you guys. But thank you to ASL Miner for connecting a FluMiner L1 to my F2 pool and just showing the actual 24-hour hash rate of this thing. Okay, so now it looks like it's been going down, or maybe he disconnected it. Oh, here we go. So it's been connected almost 2 days now. You guys can see the average hash rate right here, but it looks like it is a real product. Okay, all right. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.